Oh my gosh, he's talking about TikTok again? Yes, I will talk about this app until it burns up in the sun.
That's it. That's my intro.
Hi, I'm Amanda watching Swell Entertainment, and today we are talking about how TikTok may not need to be banned by the US because it's just continuing to get worse and worse and worse. It's just making it unusable for both creators and the user experience. And it's just truly baffling to see an app just actively not listen, actively move against better judgment. Okay, so as I've mentioned a lot, I hate TikTok Shop. I really do. I finally think I have gotten to the point where I can finally ban all things involving TikTok Shop. But now I find that TikTok is now making it, once again, a new way to just peddle things to you. And that is lives. Now, we've talked about TikTok lives before and some of their unhinged nature, like the egg peeling things or the beanie babies that are somehow also pole dancers. There was one couple that just like put cameras all over their house, including the bathroom. That was the content. Or there's people that just battle. We really haven't discussed battles at all. I turn it off when I go live on TikTok because you have to go live on TikTok now. We'll discuss people just kind of arguing with each other or like, oh my God, you have to give me more likes so that we win. But that's all it is. I can't knock the creators for it in regards to that because they're just like pulling in coin, like begging for galaxies and ice creams and flowers and such. But like, it's just very weird, okay? And at some point, I don't know when, okay, TikTok started making it so that you wouldn't just get one live fed to you in the For You page, because that's usually how people would see TikTok lives, is they would be fed to you on the For You page while you were swiping through. There'd be one like every 10, 20 videos, 15 maybe, I don't know. At some point though, they decided, no, because they're not watching the ads, they're scrolling past ads. What's another way we can do this where we can get more coin? Because like they're also blocking everything involving TikTok Shop. What can we do? Oh, I know. We can give them 3 to 4 live streams in a row. Like I'm swiping, TikTok, live stream, video. 3 in a row. Sometimes I know them, most of the time I don't. And that's the thing with the For You page, is like they do prioritize the people that are followed to you, but like there's people that I don't get their videos, but I get their live streams. TikTok's algorithm changed again recently. So most platforms' algorithm changes pretty regularly, but usually they're not the complete overhauls with the frequency that TikTok does. Instagram does a lot of like really aggressive overhauls, like we've seen where they tried promoting Instagram shopping because they wanted to profit from affiliates the way that they weren't. And then they were like, no one likes that. Let's get rid of the whole tab of that. Let's do all reels. We're going to prioritize video. Static posts do nothing. Oh, you guys actually like static posts? Okay, we're going to promote static posts only that are original content. So no re-uploads, no meme pages. Those aren't getting boosted even though they are. That's like every couple of months with Instagram. I feel like this is a once a month occurrence with TikTok. I'm seeing a lot of massive creators being like, hey, are you guys getting my videos? What's going on? Now, I talked about this in a TikTok video in reference to being platform agnostic about this one influencer that had gone viral for the fact that she had was going to be buying a house with like her TikTok money or something from posting 3 times a day. And so everyone was like, oh my God, if she did that posting 3 times a day, I'm going to post 3 times a day so that I can design my dream house. Like that type of content. And then a couple of weeks later, she was like, hey, I don't know what's going on. Like you guys are not watching my videos and that's how I pay my bills. Basically trying to figure out why her views were that low. I took that as, okay, you need to be platform agnostic because I am of the opinion that my audience could always get mad at me at any time and turn the tides and then this job is done. So again, that's why I post on TikTok. That's why I post on Instagram. That's why I post on Twitter. That's why I post here. That's why I stream on Twitch. Like I do various things on different platforms. So I made a video about like, you can't put all your eggs in one basket because eventually the basket is going to stop collecting eggs because people don't want to hold their chicken over I explained that algorithm metaphor. I need to go outside. But basically, I was trying to explain that in reference to that because I thought this was a one-off experience, but then I've been seeing more and more TikTokers complain about this or even just straight up leave the platform for various reasons. I've been spending less time on TikTok, honestly, because I just find that it's becoming Twitter video where it's like some of the meanest people are the ones who end up on my For You page, I feel like. Everyone is looking for bad faith in everything, and it's not doing well for my mental health. So I'm just like pulling back just slightly in regards to that as well. But then also when I am on it, I'm scrolling through, the app becomes unusable. So before this, I filmed a video about Demure and Mindful, okay, from Jules, and which that video might be out before this, I don't know. But I was looking through Jules's page because I was trying to find various videos, and on Jules's page, on the right, there's a bunch of videos from random fucking people. And I was like, surely Jules is not reposting these. And she's not. I'm assuming Jules is getting paid for these, but they're just random promoted videos on Jules's feed. So I'm thinking Jules is reposting these, but she's not. It's nothing to do with her. Let's see if it's doing it to mine. If I scroll through it, I don't think so. It better not. Okay, yeah, so if I go to my page, it's all my content. From what I can see, I wonder if it's only people with over 1 million. Like, I wonder if that would happen again if I was scrolling through someone's entire feed, if they just started popping up with the promoted videos. Because what TikTok also started doing, which I'm not opposed to this, because this one I would hope is directly going to the creator. Somehow they fucked up the creator fund again. I know I'm all over the place, but it's just because I have to be, because this app is driving me crazy, because they have videos that are longer than, 60 seconds. You can have up to 10 minutes. Some people are getting 3-hour videos. That's Hermes. Oh, thank God. Okay. I was like, what the fuck is that? And so in 10-minute videos, before the end of the video, like if you're watching the whole video, you'll get an ad, a mid-roll ad in that video, which I'm fine with if the money directly went to those creators. The thing is that I don't think it is, because money across the board for the creator fund went down. For those who don't know, about a year or so ago, they changed it so that anything longer than a minute is the only way you can get monetized on the Creator Fund Beta, I believe they called it, and now it's just the Creator Program. And I would make at least a couple of bucks a month. I think my average was $60 a month from it for a while, and then lately I'm capping out at like $13, maybe. That's across the board, where the money just has continuously gotten worse despite the promotion and the ads getting more frequent. Why? Because they're trying to get you to do TikTok Shop. They want you to get your money from TikTok Shop. And there are a lot of people who are making a lot of money from doing TikTok Shop. I don't want to do TikTok Shop because I don't want the entirety of my existence on the internet of this platform to just be me shilling like I'm QVC. I don't want it to be that. There's so many creators that I loved and adored their content. I found them entertaining, and now all they do is peddle TikTok Shop products. And I'm like, I am unfollowing you because this is unwatchable content, because they're making so much money for it. So I can't knock them for getting their bag, but I'm also like, is this all you want to do on the internet now, is just peddle products? Like, that's excessive. It's unwatchable content. It's not entertaining. And sure, you'll have one that does well, or maybe a few of you are really great at selling. And so there's some people where it's like they work it in really well into their content. And so they're still making content while also being like, and then I have this lip gloss. Like, it's like, fine. Okay. I get it. It's a product placement. It's an influencer. It's an ad. I get it. Whatever. Okay. But it's every single everything constantly, forever and always. And it's getting too much. It's driving me crazy. Forever ago, I made a video on the TikTok Shop, and I signed up for the TikTok Shop to make the video because I was like, let's see. I promoted products that I already owned. Since doing that, I wish there was a way to opt out. The amount of emails I get from TikTok Shop sellers and resellers trying to get me to take a free sample of their insane random Amazon product so that I can then promote it to my audience is insane and insufferable. I block them all. They still keep coming. I don't know how to opt out of those emails because it's just because I once did TikTok Shop and then I opted out immediately. For You shop following STEM. STEM is on everyone from what I can tell. So right here, get rush ready. It's spam or rush time. So we got get rush ready, up to 15% off selected products only. Get rush ready starter packs, as low as $30. Toy Story, a Bisou bomb, Dollhouse roll-on perfume, a zip-up camo hoodie, various insane, just so excessive. You can't see, but I have a warning on my account right now. My last payout from TikTok, I posted about it, was $16 for last month. Dinner's on me tonight, baby girl. A lot of people have been complaining about this change where you either get your average views has gone down significantly, but when you have a video that does well, it does stupid well. So for example, I have a video. My average videos are under 3K views. Let's go that. That's my average, okay? Then I've got this video, randomly, 2.2 million.
She said I was wearing 6-inch Louboutins to court with my tweed outfit.
Jeff, did you read the Vanity Fair article?
I wasn't wearing Louboutins, I was wearing little brown kitten meals. This.
Why? They were like, oh, they said I was wearing this cheap ass thing, but I was wearing this expensive ass thing, which by definition of what she is saying is the opposite of what she's talking about. And that just annoyed me. Irrelevant. But like 2.2 million views when I'm averaging less than 10K. But then that's the case with everyone. A lot of creators have been sharing that same experience where they have one video do really well, but then their average across the board is down. Their normal views are down. So basically, to grow my TikTok, because a lot of companies still, various things, they only care about Instagram and TikTok. So though I am a YouTuber and I have 475 or whatever the heck I have on here, brands, companies, a lot of things for like access to things, they only care about TikTok and Instagram. Fine, cool, valid. So I have to continue to post on these platforms to try and grow them to see if I can help get myself some more access to things. In doing that, I'm like, okay, well, what's working? Because I refuse to do TikTok Shop. The other option is TikTok Live. So I stream on Twitch, okay? And then I also go live from my phone on TikTok and I interact with both chats, okay? And I've been doing that for a few weeks now and it's growing things because TikTok does not promote my videos on the For You page, but it will promote my live streams. So usually from one live stream, I can gain 200 to 300 followers when I get maybe 3 or 5 a day on average, okay? So going live, I got a ban last year because I said I like when men suffer for love and fiction when I was talking about like a review of a book on Twitch. Got a ban for that back in October. This one came apparently because I was talking on Twitch and TikTok and we were talking about the F1 summer break and I was joking. It was like, oh, should we see which F1 drivers are slut posting for the summer break? Valid, fair. You know what? I'll accept that one. So I got a ban for that. So I don't get to live stream on TikTok for 7 days. What was weird, which we didn't even realize it was that at first for me saying slut posting, like the word slut posting, because it was like 30 minutes before the ban happened. Like that's when we'd moved on to other things. We were talking about like the Coda GP and things like that. Like we were talking about other things that had nothing to do with like anyone in particular, really. Originally, we thought it was, because I think the complaint said sexual content or something, or the initial complaint, and I was wearing a shirt that was like kind of slouchy, so my shoulder was out. So we literally thought that maybe it was because I was showing my shoulder. They use auto mods mostly on TikTok, so they probably just looked at that and then just saw the word slut and were like, done. Forget even just being a content creator, the user experience is becoming so hostile on TikTok. Like forget even the nature of the content, but like for example, I talked about the demure and mindful trend. Usually when trends would happen, if it found its way onto my For You page, it would be like 1 in every 10 videos. Okay, it would be mentioning demure and mindful. And I'd be like, okay, this might be a video, like let's see. Or I would get the follow-up like culture of like the cultural response to a trend or something like that. That's how my For You page was set up. But it feels like they've made it so that if you watch one thing a little too long, the next 10 videos, 8 of them will be related to that. So watching one demure and mindful video, now the next 8 videos dispersed out of 10 are gonna be referencing demure and mindful. The muffin videos from the Olympics. Now the muffin looked good, so I watched a muffin video. Every other video suddenly became about the Olympic muffins. It's almost like the algorithm has gotten like, they were like, okay, well, this worked. Let's keep you here with this. And it's like, no, I want to see a variety of things, not just this. What do you mean? If I search that, the search functionality has gotten nightmarish on TikTok. I've complained about this a lot. So as you can see, you've got all these videos here. Now, what you can do is go through and tap these one by one, okay? Or I can sit here and scroll and it sometimes goes through all of them, but sometimes it'll pick one and just like, it'll revert it back to the top one, okay? And it, for some reason, if I watch one for a little too long, so like for example, underconsumption, if I'm watching that for research for a video a little too long, if there's one where it's like nurses underconsumption and I watch through that video, then after the next underconsumption video, I will only get nurse videos. And that's in a search feed. It's things like that where it's like, you can't even search a topic, you can't even search things like that. You can't scroll through your own For You page. You only are scrolling through follower pages, but then the followers, a lot of them now are promoting TikTok shop links. So then you start unfollowing people and then it's all the live streams. So then you're watching a live stream, but the live stream is just a battle. And so you're like, okay, I guess this is just yelling for me to give you money. Like it's just actively becoming hostile as a user. And then creators don't want to be on there because you want them to work for no money, basically, unless they are doing TikTok shop or live streaming, but then you've got these very rigid rules and there's no one for me to talk to. I cannot talk to anyone from TikTok about, hey, what exactly did I say? I can use process of elimination and figure out what I said, but also I've been live for an hour and a half at that point? What in that, what that you were able to, evaluate in 0.5 seconds to deny my appeal, what exactly in that was worth a 7-day ban? What was it? You gonna tell me? Is there a person that I can talk to? I can do that with Twitch with some begging, but I can get it. Can't really get that with TikTok. All right, here's Christopher Claflin's video.
This platform is struggling for good original content, and this is part of the reason that we've all seen so many posts recycled from as far back as 2021 on our For You page again. And the reason that's happening is because thousands of creators on this platform with audiences of millions of people are abandoning TikTok in favor of greener pastures elsewhere. When you blow up, people are checking out your page, and they can also click on that link in your bio, which is how a lot of creators have sustained themselves and monetized the audience that they've built right here. Yeah, TikTok doesn't pay and the community isn't as reliable as other platforms, but when it works, man, it works. But in the last 6 to 9 months, all of this has changed, and it began mid-2023 when TikTok rolled out Shop. TikTok prioritized shop-related posts, which makes sense. They're making money off of those posts, but it also incentivized creators to stop focusing on entertainment value as their top priority. That created another problem because it meant that all of the people who had built followings and a content library on the platform through creating like their art or their craft. I'm talking about people who did like woodworking and carpentry and painting and sculpting. Since they couldn't promote anything relevant to their content through TikTok Shop, all of their stuff kind of disappeared from the platform. Like, it's still there. It's just that TikTok wasn't showing it anymore. Could just create good media, and if it went viral, people could swipe right, check out your profile, click on the link, and get to whatever it was you were selling, whether it was t-shirts or hats or cloaks or whatever. But then this year, TikTok allegedly made another change for creators, which limits the amount of click-through traffic they can take through that link in bio, which pretty much has eliminated any incentive for a creator to make content on this platform as a priority. Because you're not going to get paid for views, at least not anything substantial. You're not going to reach your audience regularly either, and when you do blow up, nobody's going to be able to click the link. A couple weeks ago, I had a few videos do tens of millions of views, and I got hundreds of messages from people being like, hey, your link in bio isn't working, or you don't even have a link in your bio, but I do.
When your videos did do well, you could promote your link in bio or whatever, and that TikTok is now seemingly hiding that or making it very difficult for people to click that in a certain amount of times in a day. That's ridiculous. YouTube has no problem with me linking things out. There's a bajillion and one links in the description of this video for various things. There's an Amazon store, my Substack, there's other stuff that you can go, my merch store, all this stuff that's linked down below. If you want to go and check that out, you can go do that. I can even add those in the description box on Shorts, because I believe there's a description box on Shorts as well. And TikTok is now making it incredibly difficult to promote those links, whether it's an affiliate link or whatever, because they want to keep you on the platform. But the platform, again, is becoming so hostile for the user. There is nothing for me there just to enjoy as a user anymore, it feels like. And that's the complaint that I'm hearing from a lot of people. Forget even just content creators. Content creators, you can argue, sure, we don't have to keep content creators happy. They're content creators. They shouldn't have to be. No one should make money from content, whatever. You can argue that all you want, but you can't have users if you don't have people making content for the users, okay? So you gotta keep some creators happy, because they can't all just jump ship, okay, and go and do other things, because then no one's steering the goddamn boat. There's no one shoveling water. There's no one paddling the boat. There's no boat for people to hang out and watch stuff on from a distance, like that's a horrible analogy, but like, I'm hoping you're getting my point. Like, this is a symbiotic relationship of creators, the platform, and the people watching the content, whether it's a casual creator or a full-time creator or an influencer or what have you, okay? TikTok is actively nuking itself. It's becoming hostile. And I believe a judge just ruled that the ban on TikTok was constitutional in the US. So I think there's a likelihood that TikTok might get banned. Anyways, TikTok is actively making it's irrelevant. Again, I know this is dramatic, because also the other video I filmed today was about demure and mindful. And again, I've mentioned that too, about the same thing coming over and over and over again in the repetition. It's like, as a user, I'm assuming, I wonder if we actually could see like a trending down of people spending time on the app, because I know my time spent on TikTok has actively gone down week over week in the last couple of weeks. And that's not even, and it's my job to consume content. I'm actively spending less time on it because it's just not enjoyable, really. I'd rather go figure out something else. This is not, Anyways, that's really going to be it. Have you spent any time on TikTok? What are your thoughts on TikTok shopification / liveification of TikTok? What are your opinions on the repetition of TikTok? Is this something that you found? Is there a trend that you saw one video and then it like started influencing your For You page for the next 6 days? Let me know. Comment down below. Reminder, I stream on Twitch. Reminder that Swell Entertainment is now available on Spotify. Reminder to use code SWELL for 10% off on Gamer Subs. Shout out to my patrons. Remember that I am now going to be making the full-time pivot over to members, so shout out to my members as well. If you'd like to join the memberships, it'll be available to join down below. If you'd like to follow me on my social media, that'll be all up here, and that's gonna be a hell of a day. Goodbye. I get like you're on someone else's platform, like I'm just a guest of YouTube, but like to remove links randomly throughout someone's bio and have that be tracked with people complaining about it, surely that's not legal, right? Thank you, Adira, Amy, Andrew, Ayana, Cameron, Donnie, Elliot, Freya, Jeffrey, Jenny, Literal, May West, Michael, Nathan, Oz, Palace, Qwerty, Robert, Tasha, Tenzin, Thomas, Timothy, Winters, Wink.